Please welcome Kathryn.
Okay, a gyre is a noun. It is thought of as 1, a circular or spiral form, a vortex, or 2, a circular or spiral motion, especially a circular ocean current. I'm Kathryn E. Martin, a proper noun who prefers lowercase, and this is going to be my work as a gyre. My work as relates to gyres, the ocean currents. And current, pattern, order, chaos, this is how this show is put together. This is what you're going to see. This was myself with dreads 2 years ago in front of 5,280 paper airplanes, or a mile of paper airplanes, put up in a natural flow to look at how things move, how we cycle through things, how I look at the world and how things are caught in that motion. This is a fence that I found when scouting an area for a public art project, and I was attracted to the trash, to the debris, to the stuff that sort of got stuck and accumulated there, the pattern that emerged from it, and this sort of refuse of our life. And the refuse of my life at the time was also behind a fence, a chain link fence, that people would always peek through, people would try to come to understand, people would try to get around. And so I used this fence in my environment, and I used the fence of the outside environment to try to make a piece. Outside in the world with the help of the local Boys and Girls Club on North Avenue. So I'm taking garbage, I'm taking styrofoam as this material that I was drawn to because of the beauty of it. I removed the bottoms of it and I snug it in the fence to soften, to embrace, and to still allow us to see through to the other side. And then I realized this material that I love, that's beautiful, that's sort of sensuous, is also trash, it's debris. It can never decompose, 100% non-biodegradable. And it's filling the world's oceans, currents, landfills. And as I work with material, I'm learning more and more about it, and I'm sort of getting stuck with it. So I cut all the bottoms out of these cups. There were maybe 3,000 at the time, and I say, what do I do with them? Like, how do I understand them formally? So I create these series that I called, like, White Army, Pink Army, and I just try to understand them formally. I make these fun little things with them, and I sort of fall in love with them. And then I fall in love with the number, and I say, how big would 50,000 cup bottoms look like? What can I do with that? And then I was very unimpressed to find out it only is about 3 feet wide. It's not 10, right? But there was still the beauty of the form and the texture. It looked like my hair at the time. It kind of became a self-portrait. But then I say, shit, I have 50,000 styrofoam cups. What do I do with those? So I die-cut sheet styrene, and I stick them in, and it becomes this sort of tentacular octopus thing, right? This was called Lunchtime Conversations, Jay Steps, and Martin Purrier, which you don't need to know because there's not enough time, but it's still this mass. It's still this sort of thing. And this is what's known as the Eastern Garbage Patch. This is a floating island that consists of 7 million tons of plastic. This is somewhere between California and Hawaii, and it will never go away. It could go away. But my work, these styrofoam, these bags, it can't go away at this point either. So this is Jay Steps, Lunchtime Conversations, and Martin Purrier in the bags. This is me taking them to a new studio, taking them to a new environment to figure out just what I can do, what will be done, what should be done with this damn little cup. So the cup starts spreading. The cup starts sort of reflecting my awareness of it, the islands, the mass, this sort of topography I start to play with. On the wall, these are recycled movie stubs, tickets. It was a sort of failed attempt at color. I don't really like color in my work. My hats I do, but not work. And so then these are the cups without bottoms, without tops, that I again try to get this current out of. I try to get this environment out of. Here, reflective of birch trees, right? That sort of beauty you see when you drive by them, and the lights catching them, and you reflect them, and the stillness. And then this is the clusterfuck when it all fell down. This was, I think, a day before the opening, and this is the garbage patch of my own. And I'm glad I took a picture. I was telling Adam I'm really glad, because I was extremely pissed off. And this is the point where, you know, as an artist, as a person, I want to give it up. But I fought with it, and I sort of dealt with it. Instead of being vertical, turned it horizontal, and sort of appreciated the kind of sadness that came out of it, the weight, the sort of emotion. This was about 30,000 of the cups in here, all uniform, all nice, all beautiful, but still about this island, this mass. You know, as a world, as Earth, we're producing 100 million pounds of plastic a year. And I don't know what to do with that. And I never thought that I would be stuck with it, but I am, and I'm trying to embrace it. I'm trying to get away, but I'm also celebrating it. So this is the most recent work. This is up at the John Michael Kohler Art Center in Sheboygan. And these are the rims of 50,000 of those cups. This, for the literary audience, was inspired by Jan Martel's Life of Pi. And Pi finds this island in the middle. It's a place of hope. It's a place of celebration. It also turns on him, and it sort of captures or conjures up evil as well. So this is really kind of my sort of conscious awareness of where I am, how to find beauty, how to make mass, how to give you a place to stand, but also, you know, to understand if I'm under it, on top of it, beneath it, and sort of trying to kind of come to terms with the fact that I'm with this material for a very long time. Which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. I do wear a chemical respirator. I lost the dreads not because of the toxins, but because I cut them out. Got heavy. A lot of the images that I got of the Plastic Island are from algalita.org, which is a wonderful scientist in California who's working with teams of scientists and concerned people to go out to these islands or these gyres to figure out what to do about it. And my work can be found on my website. So thank you very much.